Hello everybody and welcome to episode 27 of Stoneblock. I just want to mention that we're really close to 6,000 subscribers. I haven't really checked just now if we're hit 6,000 subscribers, but let's just say we did because it was 2 subscribers off when I checked it. So I want to thank you all for 6,000. I am really glad you're following me and enjoying my videos, and I'm glad that I could be making content for you, which is really amazing. So thank you very much for that. And I just want to do a little bit of a plug here. I am sponsored by CubedHost now. Well, not necessarily sponsored, affiliated with CubedHost. I believe it would be the right thing. So in the description, you can find a link for 25% off of your first month purchase at CubedHost. And my Patreon server currently is being hosted by CubedHost, and that's where hence the partnership and all that. So just put a disclaimer out there so you know there's links in the description to CubedHost. So go check them out. They're the really amazing hosting company. They have awesome customer service. They answer in like the same day generally to your questions and anything that you need. And I didn't have any problems with them at all. So that is really cool. They're really fun. And yeah, just wanted to put that out there, and let's begin for today. So I did some stuff for extreme crafting, or for the future of extreme crafting. And if we look, where is it? This guy. We need HDPE sheets. So I just got those out of the way pretty much in between episodes because it was more mechanism stuff and it was a lot of wiring and I hid most of the cables. So I'll just explain what happens basically. Here on the left, we have an elite crushing factory crushing oak saplings into biofuel, which is being then put into an ender chest with a limited item filter to put only a stack inside. And you can see that if I switch to the right thing on my thing. There we go. You can see that here. And the ender chest then goes, I believe, over here. Yeah. Okay, so we make electrolytics separate the hydrogen and the oxygen from the water, and I believe we're dumping the oxygen and storing the hydrogen that goes over here. It has to go in a super snake going around here and to the left side of the machine because that's the way the pressurized reaction chamber works, the PRC, and that makes biofuel and hydrogen and water into substrate, which is then again being exported into here with a limited item filter, the same as before. And I was stuck in the water, the wall there. And then we are pushing the, I believe it is called the ethylene out of the machine and turning it into liquid ethylene in a rotary condensator going another snaky thing to here. And then that liquid ethylene goes into another pressurized reaction chamber to make substrate into HDPE pellets, which produce oxygen, but I don't think that's a problem because we haven't made that much. Plus, we don't need that many HDPE pellets to be worried about it. This also needs oxygen and the liquid ethylene. So the oxygen is made here. We are dumping the hydrogen, and that is all basically that needs to be done for the HDPE pellets. It's just a lot of snaking around because of the way I have the machine set up. And also this room is a little bit different. I had to rebuild it entirely. If you recall correctly, I had a 4x4 of chickens and this is now a 3x3. So I just rebuilt the room and made it a bit smaller. So we have 3x3 holes there, and this is probably everything that's going to be in this room for now because we don't really need any more machines, to be honest. So that is making HDPE pellets, and if we look into here, HDPE, I have 81 HDPE sheets. So what I have, I'm not inserting this into the system at all. I just can grab a stack here, and then I believe you craft them in a circle like this, if I make it correctly, like that. And you make 8 HDPE sheets, and we don't need that many. So I can just, when I need them, come over here and grab a stack of pellets, and it makes them pretty fast. We can also, I believe, clear out the oxygen by just pumping it out into a tank or something, or just even, I don't know if there's a trash can for the thing, but I can pump it into a tank and then empty the tank, but we're not going to need more HDPE sheets than what we have, so that is all good and fine. So, to continue today towards extreme crafting, let me just give you an update on this. Also, this isn't working. Why are you not working? Because you're not on, I believe. I think I had it turned off. Yeah. To continue on with the extreme crafting, I just wanted to check basically how it's doing. We're at 36.0. We're not even at 0.1%, which is lovely. So we have all of the power, but none of the power at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so extreme crafting. For the things that we need the ultimate stew, so that can be easily done. I just need to grab a lot of the seeds from the marketplace, and then just make the foods, which is just a lot of crafting. So I'll not do that on camera. I can do that either in between episodes or in between cuts. We'll see about that. This is also pretty simple. We could craft this right now. I believe we have everything. Then the Endless Pearl, also simple. We have everything for this. Not a problem. For the transmutation table, we need pixie dust, which is why we need to go into Botania. So I think we'll get the Botania parts out of the way for today. So we're going to get the pixie dust, and then everything else I believe we have. We have the ender stars, we have the collector, we have condensers, we have HDPE sheets, dark matter, neutronium. That's all not a problem. The solar panels we don't need. The infinity catalyst, though, we have energy condensers, and this now has an EMC value it didn't have in the beginning, so you would have to do weird things to get fluxed electron blocks, but now you can just energy condense them. And I believe we have everything from here. Even the records I think we get from loot bags, or if not, we can just craft them from some essences, but I don't know if we have records actually. Oh, we have records, that's fine. Okay, so what else did we need? We need Gaia spirit ingots to make the tablet, which we're gonna get today by fighting the Gaia Guardian, because that's the only thing that we really need. And the Neutronium compressors we can do because we have a whole lot of Neutronium. If we look here, we have 3,589, and we're still getting more automatically from the compact machines. So I think we can get started with Botania. We're gonna need, firstly, a beacon. So let me just get those. Beacon. We're gonna need one of you. We're gonna need some iron blocks, or just any block that can be beaconized. And then we're gonna need some Gaia pylons, so we can get those crafted. Those are Elementium and Pixie Dust and the Mana pylons. So we're gonna need 4 of these. And then we need to do Botania parts. So we're gonna need, do we have any living wood, living rock stuff? We have a few living wood planks. We're gonna need some actual living wood. The framed we can take, and then we need, if we look at Botania, we're gonna need some of these. We actually need, I believe, 3 of these. And then we also need the Elven Gateway core, which we can make from Terra Steel that we have from the chickens. So that is lovely. And then we have some mana pools here, but I think I want to set up a little bit of a system, at least for having these mana pools be automatically refilled, and we can grab them with the moving wands, which is lovely. Oh, this is where I have these. Oh, this just stored 1.1 million bones. I kind of moved the bones around because they removed compressed bone blocks, so we just have this in here, and I think we can just destroy this. So it's just bones, and we don't need more than that. Let me grab a couple of moving wands. So we're gonna take this. It's easiest to just do this. Just trash it. Okay, so this has anything? No. That and that. So we have all 3 mana pools now. And also, let me grab this guy because we can use that. I think I want to set this up down there by empowering here. Do we have any space here? I don't know. I could dig out another room somewhere, or we could go probably here, which is because I don't really know where I want to set this up. We could just set it up in a different dimension just to have it there, but I think it's okay if we set it up here. So let me find a place to put this, and I'm gonna just either dig out a room or decide where I want it, maybe in another dimension, I don't know yet. But I'm gonna put it somewhere, and then we can make the gateway core. We can set up a system where we automatically drop the black lotuses. I believe we're getting, we have 1,450 of these. So we can just drop black lotuses on there or make actual mana from flowers. We'll see. I did explodify a room here by the applied energistics area because it was really the easiest way to get a nice room going, and it's gonna be out of the way of anything else that I have. So I set up a few things here. We have a couple of pure daisies because I needed a few more living wood and living rock, and we can automate these if we want to, but for the time being, I just have this setup where I can just wand things over, and then it makes the thing over time, and then I can just vein mine it, which is really simple. I want to set up the sparks though to keep these 2 mana pools all set. I could just have 2 mana spreaders spreading from a single mana pool into the things, but I'm gonna do sparks. So we're gonna do a little bit of runic altar Botania rune making, which is this stuff. So for the spark augments, if we look at spark, we're gonna need dispersive, dominant. We're gonna need dominant spark, so that's gonna require pixie dust. So we are gonna need to put, let's just do this first of all. Let's take this mana pool and put it right over here, and it's gonna throw the sparks off the things because the mana pool is no longer there. So we're gonna just do that. And for the time being, this is gonna take a little bit of mana and take a bit of mana to be opened. So then we can grab some mana stuff. We need mana diamonds, mana pearls, mana steel. We can grab actually 2 stacks of mana steel. And also, firstly, we can toss in our Lexica Botania to get the second one. Where did you go? What picked it up? What is really close to here that picked up my Lexica Botania? I do not know. Hold up. I just went to spectator mode to see what could have picked it up, and I don't see anything. So we're gonna just grab another Botania Lexica thingy-bob, unless it went into my inventory and I can't see it, but it could have gone somewhere. Like, you see it throws it out and then it just disappears. Okay, we're gonna see if the same thing happens to this. No, this goes here. It might be that it falls into the portal again. So let me grab this. This guy, and then we're gonna do another this. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. It just disappears. It's like something eats it up. Why does it? So weird. Okay, let's just toss this in there, that in there, and those in there. And it's just gonna do the thing. Which is what we're gonna need to make the spark augments, really. And then for the spark, for the dominant one, we're gonna need runes of fire. So let me grab all of the materials that we need for this, and I'm gonna make a couple of runes of fire. I did a bit more crafting, but I just want to show you how to make, or how to use the runic altar and how to use the petal apothecary to get flowers that actually do stuff, not just other things. But basically you toss all of the correct ingredients and then it starts making a rune, and it's slightly loud. And this is gonna get picked up by my magnet. But then you wait for the spreader to do the mana thing, and then you toss a living rock, and then you get a rune of fire. I also made a rune of water and a rune of winter and a rune of earth, and they don't get used up in the process. And with that, I made the rune of gluttony for the Kekimurus here that we have, which is 2 runes of fire, rune of winter, and 2 mana diamonds in the same process. And the rune of winter is just snow, white wool, cake, and the other 2 runes. So that is kind of simple. And then you toss in 2 orange petals, 2 white petals, 2 brown petals, a pixie dust, and the rune of gluttony into a petal apothecary with a water bucket and a seed, and you get Kekimurus. And we have 4 of these. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab 4 of these and then put these over here. Do we want to just, oh, I need regular grass. Do we want to just put them, actually no, we're gonna put them here, 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 and here. And what, I don't know if you need, if it works with the floating flowers, but for the time being, we're just gonna do this. So 4 regular grass blocks, and then overgrowth seed, wonderful. And then we can put these on top, like so. And then in here, we're gonna need a way to have cake placed. So we're gonna do a, let's say there's a phantom placer, right? Phantom placer. If that works correctly, if we craft an auto placer and then do a phantom placer here, and we put this in here, and then we just need some cake. So let me get an ender chest that's gonna have cake being exported into it. Okay, so I set this up. I just shift right click this block, and then we click it over to here, and that automatically places a cake. I don't know why we don't have an extra cake in here. Oh, we do. It's just slow. That is very slow. Let me see. We have that over by the thing. Let's just see it together, because I have cakes in here. And what we can do, I have just this on a red extract and an insert on that, and it's kind of slow searching through all of the drawers. So what we're gonna do is, instead of that, did it just extract anything? It did not. Okay, so we have the cake drawer. It is this right side, so it's right above here, so we can see it inside. I believe it's that one, right? That one has cake. Okay, so we're gonna do conduit. Actually, do we want to do a conduit? We can, because it's gonna be fast enough, I think. And that, and then put an ender chest there, and then we can say extract, limited filter, and then insert. Okay, it doesn't even matter if it just... Yeah, let's put it into here. We don't even need a limited filter. Let's just do a filter, right? We don't even, it could be an advanced, doesn't matter. So we're gonna do that, insert cake, and that should be good. Should have all of the cake and it should be fine. So now if we go down to Botania, we should be getting all of the cake. Wonderful. So now I can just block this hole off because we don't really need to access it anyway. So like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these mana spreaders. We don't need this one anymore. We can put the altar somewhere else when we need it, but I don't think we will. And that is totally off center of that, but let's just do this. Let's take these. Even though they're centered on that, you know what? Let's just, I don't know if this is gonna... We have overgrowth seeds for days, so it doesn't matter. So let's grab this real quick. I can just, we got all of the cake. Why did we get all of the cake through that ender chest when I broke it? So weird. Okay, so, back to the mana pools, place them back down. I also made a conjuration catalyst, I believe, which is used to double items. So we're gonna go with the 4 dirt. And where is my thing? That's what I was looking for. So here. There we go. That should be better. And hopefully the grass doesn't spread before I can grab these seeds. And of course it needs to be regular grass blocks. Why wouldn't it? There we go. Back to the enchanted soil, and then we can grab our Kekimoris. And also set up the phantom thingy. We're just gonna go here. We need a little bit of space, so we're gonna do phantom placer. There's a dog barking outside, that is fine. This has cake still. We can do an extract, always active. Insert, so you should get cake. There we go. That's enchanted soil, so let's not break that. And then we take this. And our phantom connector, select this block, and select that. Should place cake, wonderful. Sweet, and then I am gonna do a mana spreader on each one of these. I love how it, like, I aim at the top, but the hitbox is so high that it doesn't link up. So then we can link up this one, and link it to the center one, link up this one, link it to the center one. You just have to shift right click on the flower, and then shift right click on the spreader as well. So then we can also link up this one to the center one. And apparently I linked them to this. So let me just do quickly a fix. Why are they all... I mean, it doesn't really matter that they're linked to this, but I want them to be linked to the center one. Is it it's possible that it's in the way of getting into here? So that might be the case, but I don't know. I can move them up higher, but we're going to get to a Gaia spreader anyway, so it doesn't really matter for now. But we're auto-making mana, which is really nice, and it's kind of okay-ish fast, but that's fine. We can then do the dominant sparks on these, which are going to just pull from the mana pools. So we can just craft those. So spark, I said. The dominant ones, we need 2 of the U. And then I'll just break these Natura pylons for the moment, because I can't see the sparks. So we're going to do that, and replace the Natura pylons. So now these 2 mana pools will always have mana, and they're going to pull it from any mana pool that has sparks. And then if we do, I believe this recessive one, we have 1 Rune of Earth, so that is fine. Actually 2. If we do this is gonna disperse mana into all of the other mana pools, whilst keeping this one empty. And I think it will fill up even when it's trying to put out mana into other pools, so that should be fine. So basically now everything that is made by the Kekimuras is gonna go into all of the different mana pools, and we're gonna have infinite mana for days, which is lovely. Let's just break these and store these. So now we can actually go fight the Gaia Guardian, because we can actually craft the Gaia pylons. So Gaia pylons. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And apparently I have leftover mana pylons from something. I put my beacon in here and my blocks of iron, and then we can grab some Terra Steel and go to possibly the mining dimension. Will be simple, I think. Yeah, and let's grab just a Mega Torch. I don't know if I have one placed there. I might have, but that should be fine. So then we can just set this up. I don't think I showed this, but I did this in between episodes. I tore down my dragon egg making because that was hella laggy. And I think that was part of the problems that I had with lag before. And I also set up a few of these. Where are you still coming from? The fertilized essence, I don't know. I set up a few of these void ore miners to get the erodium crystals that we need for upgrading them up to the next tier, and we can still do this because if we want to finish the quests, really, here's the infinity. The power generation is the solar arrays, so if we want to do that, it's just going to be a bit of waiting, but I can do that in between episodes actually. And the chaos things we can do, and the project E, I have yet, I forgot, I made red matter armor, I made gem armor as well, which is just crafting. I made the Philosopher of Morningstar, I made the Qatar, and I also made the Philosopher's Pickaxe, which is just the red matter pickaxe, so we can get some more of these crates opened and see if we get anything interesting. Epic Bacon, Flask of Adrenaline, and Viaducts. Still nothing. I mean, you get the only really good reward from this is the sword, which we have 2 of. If we search for sword, we have 2 of these Skullfire swords, and some people just didn't get one. So, yeah. So for this, we need, I believe, a 3x3 of these. We can actually put it. Do we want to put it in the floor? I don't think so, because then we can be fine like that. And then the Gaia pylons, and for that I need to look it up into here. So if we go back to just the lexicon index, and I believe it's gonna be with G, or I think it's Ritual of the Gaia. Ritual? Yeah, Ritual of Gaia, there it is. Visualize, and let's click it into the right block. So let's break the beacon for a moment. And then we can click it into here, just to see where we need to put the blocks, like that. I have some iron on me that we can place. So we're gonna do like so, and put that there. And then the second one over here. It's all symmetrical, so it's really just the same on all 4 sides. So we can do the last one here like that. Wonderful. And now we can do this. I believe. Sneak right click. It is incredibly loud, so I'm going to turn down my master volume. And basically, the Gaia Guardian fight is probably going to be a one-hit kill. No, it's not going to be, because it kind of reduces the sword things. Oh, and also, I don't think... Yeah, my saturation is going still up, so that's fine. So I don't know. I think the second ritual might be a bit difficult for me, but right now I'm kind of okay, because I'm regenning faster than I'm losing health. But some sort of regen might be nice. So we can set up the beacons. But then it starts just dropping all of the mobs everywhere. And it's daytime, so it's fine. We're gonna get some hats. But basically with this super sword, everything's just insta-kill, so it doesn't really matter. And you can actually cheese the mobs by putting mob crushers outside of the range of the ritual, and then putting range upgrades, and then they can kill the mobs, and you don't have to deal with them. I think it might be. Oh no, he's still spawning. But it's basically all of the mob drops. Are you done? He's done. There we go. Oh. Okay. All of the things. Let me clean up my inventory. From the fight, we got our Gaia Spirit Ingots, so we can turn that, or Gaia Spirits even, and we can turn them into Gaia Spirits ingots, and I'm just going to turn it into 2, because we need a total of 4, so we could just fight the Gaia Guardian 1 again, and have enough Gaia Spirit Ingots for this, which actually might not be a bad idea to just do that, to get that out of the way. And then if we need to fight the Gaia Guardian 2, because you can get some cool baubles, which we don't really need at this point. We have double the hearts, so just the first fight is going to be much easier than the second one. So we could just do this again real fast. It's not going to take us that long, so let me just finish this, and then I think are done with Botania, at least in this pack. I finished off the Gaia Guardian and crafted the 2 extra Gaia Spirit Ingots, so we can toss those in there. We're going to need them for the Transmutation tablet, but we're not really there yet, because we need firstly the table, which I think we can actually craft. Yeah, we can craft this. So let me just craft a couple of these items that we need for the Transmutation table, and then we can actually craft this. I gathered everything, and I believe we can just shift click it and get 2 transmutation tables. I set them up for 2, so what we can do is we can learn one in here, and also popped off my thingy where I placed it. So let's do that, and I'll just place one here. Actually, that might bother me. Let's place it here in the corner. Nice. So we have no EMC inside, so we can grab our, let's say, matter. We can grab a little bit of this. Actually, no, let's leave the red matter in there. We have energy condensers. We have these. A whole bunch of them. Oops. I don't know what I grabbed. I think infinity boosters, yeah. That's fine. Okay, so we can then just do this. And get a whole bunch of EMC. And these things, oh, these ender stars have EMC. But basically now we have, if we need anything that has EMC, we can just turn it into the transmutation table and just grab it out when we need it. So for example, the matters, we can just grab out all of this dark matter. Just a little bit. I'm gonna leave some for crafting, and we can toss it in here, and it's basically EMC. So that is really cool. So let's do energy, because I have these, and then I believe I have the relays as well. Yeah, these both have EMC, so we can just toss them in there. Wonderful. So for the next part, for this, we need infinity ingots. So that's gonna be the whole infinity catalyst. So I think I'm gonna check the time on this video and see how much we have, and I'm gonna start seeing about crafting the other stuff that we need for the infinity catalyst. Okay, I did a little bit of crafting. We have just a little bit more time for this episode. I also made some of this, it's so long to break, some of the stuff from the market, so we could get the right ingredients for the things that we needed, for the black peppercorns, for the things, for the, whatchamacallit, this guy, the ultimate stew. And I decided to just make a stack of these. Actually, it's gonna make 4 stacks, which is lovely. So we just have enough for this. I have already set up the infinity catalyst. So the ultimate stew goes next to this ingot. So we're gonna put that there. We don't need 4 stacks of ultimate stew, but I could make them, so I just did. And over here we have the cosmic meatballs, which are gonna have a stack as well. They don't have EMC, so we can just store them if we need them for the future. Over here I have the Neutronium compressors. So that's just a lot of Neutronium crafted into blocks and all that stuff. So we're gonna get 13 of these. We have 13 singularities that we need. I could have saved Neutronium ingots. I think we should be fine on the amount that we need for the stuff, for the infinity stuff, basically, for all of this. It's not gonna be that many Neutronium ingots. If you look at here, it's not that much for the armor, for example, and even for the things. It's probably gonna be here for the infinity ingots, because we need quite a bit of these. So we're gonna see if we run out of Neutronium, but if that's the case, it's just a waiting game really for Neutronium, but that's okay. So that is all of the crafting that I have here. So the Neutronium compressors, we're gonna set them up just here for now, because we don't really need to make the singularity more than once, or all of the singularities more than once. So I just need a couple of blocks, just a bit of cobble here, and we're gonna do this in a similar fashion to what other people do basically. And I'm just gonna set this up here. We're not gonna run it today because I don't think I have enough EMC to get, I mean, I might have, I probably have with the nether stars and all that, to get all of the singularities. But basically what's gonna happen is glowstone on each one of the translocators to extract stacks of blocks. And then I need to just configure the condensers to make the right blocks. So let me do that real fast. And I think we're just gonna toss in compressed nether star blocks just to have, and we should be good. I don't know how many blocks we need, but I think, well, that makes just a little bit. Okay, so let's just toss in a stack in each one, just to see if that's gonna be enough, but we'll see. So let me just toss in a stack of these nether star blocks, and we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Like so. And I have all of the blocks ready. So we're gonna set up the iron here and let's just let it go. And then the gold over here. Just used up everything and let it go. And then lapis, go. Redstone, go. Quartz, go. Then diamond. Emerald. This is gonna be, yeah, this is the one that I'm gonna need a bunch of blocks for this. So I'm just gonna toss in to the ones that we need more. We're just gonna toss in more when they're done and see how many we need, because that's probably not enough for a couple of these. So that, and then nickel next, and the fluxed electrum. Wonderful. So for example, emerald is still running. So let's just go over here. We have a bunch of EMC. So let's just grab a stack of energy condensers, MK2s, and then put them in here. It's gonna make a bit of emeralds. So let's see. This all needs to run. So let me just leave this be, and I'm gonna leave it running and see how many we need, and then we can craft the infinity catalyst. All of the singularities have been made. I already cleaned up the mess that the compressors made, and we have them in here, and now we can craft the infinity catalyst and actually learn it in the table and toss it in, and we can, I think, make like a couple. 3. 3 is the amount that we can make with the EMC that we have, but we have infinity catalyst now, which is lovely. So that is going to be really cool for next episode, where we're going to set up a dimension made out of, I think, silky jewel blocks is what we need. I believe those are silky jewel. These have 224,000 EMC per block. And I don't know if that's the best, but I think it is, because a lot of the other ones don't have that much EMC. If you look at blocks, for example, emerald blocks have 147,000, so that was the next one in line. But other than that, I believe we would have to find like, and it's all of these facades and all of the chisel bits, but I think the silky jewel, it was suggested in the comments, is the thing that has the most EMC per block. So we're gonna need to make one of these, and then, or a bunch of these probably, and make a dimension with RF tools, and then set up either a builder or another type of quarry. I think the builder is the only thing that can do it, and set up a max size quarry and just quarry out the blocks there and transport them here with some ender chest and translocators, and then put them in a energy condenser, making, I believe, sugarcane has a really cool, like this, octuple compressed, septuple. Yeah, octuple is the biggest one. It has 1.3 billion EMC, and even like the infinity, I mean, we could just compress it into infinity catalyst. It's 3 point something billion. Just instead of doing the octuple compressed sugarcane, just do infinity catalysts. Why don't we? Basically. So that's the case. And with that, I want to thank you all for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing to see new videos, support me on Patreon if you want to give a little bit more, and play with me on an FTB Sky Adventures server. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.